is megaphone voice? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It's like kind of. I'm having my. I'll show you what I'm having. Okay, give me one sec. So this is called egg kutub parota. Okay, so it's a smashed parota. Is completely smashed down. Eggs are mixed, smashed. Onions, tomatoes, curry leaf, all smashed together. Smashed, smashed and chopped together. Full smashed and chopped. Okay, let me check out this gravy. Okay, they've given a gravy. Let me just check out if it's good or. I mean, gravy will be good. Does it go well with this? Oh, almost there. Okay. Does it go well with this parota? The taste of this gravy, does it work well or not? Okay. So I'm having my second second parota. I'm not very hungry, but I'm just having food. That's it. I'll grab my water bottle from the next room. I'll go grab that. I am feeling tired of eating, man. I'm having too much of food. Okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna have very late breakfast. Like I'm gonna give a 12. I usually give a 12-hour window. Let's check the time. Time is 12 o'clock. Okay. my next meal, my next meal I'll have by tomorrow, 12 o'clock. If I'm sleeping during that time, I'll wake up by 3, 4 o'clock in the evening, and I'll have my first meal. That's what I'm planning. This meal is good for next 12 hours very easily. For 8 hours, for sure. It can go for 12 hours. Not a big deal. So I'm sweating, 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 sweating. I'm super sweating. So in 2012 to 2015, I was in a staged relationship with a female named Shilpa Anand. Okay. So what happens is, I was in this SolarWinds private limited company in Chennai. I was working there. She she is actually, I used to be a little fatter, not this shape. In terms of, now at least I have a better shape. Before before I was a little fatty. I look very fatty. Okay. I don't know how I look today. Today I feel like I look a little better because I've got my body structure toned to a certain extent, not fully. Okay. So that time I was a bit fatter, and what happened is she was lean actually, not very lean. Her sister was too lean. She was between lean and average. Lean to average fat. There's something called, we'll split into three. Okay, lean means extremely very less percentage of fat. Okay, her sister was lean, very lean. She was between lean and average. Average to fat. Fat means like she has a lot of fat. How do I, any example I can bring? There are some Janvi Kapoor photos. Okay, when she is lean, she looks like her sister, Shilpa Anand's sister, Pyari Anand. When she puts on weight a little bit and she gets a nice body shape, she goes to a female with good fat percentage. Okay, Shilpa Anand was middle, average in sense she was not too lean, she was not too, did not have too much of fat in the body. Somewhere in the average, her body shape was kind of okay, not very attractive. So she falls somewhere in the middle. Okay. Now, what I did, I was very fat that time, right? I had got a lot of body fat percentage. I went ahead to, I came for vacation for 20 days to Madurai. I was working in SolarWinds company. Since I did not take leave for 1 year, I accumulated all my leaves. I applied 2 months back, and I took a 20-day leave. You got it, like 20 days of continuous leave I took. That's when I came to Madurai. After I came to Madurai, my goal was to reduce weight, so I don't look too fat, so I look better. So she she and me can look better. Like I can pair up with her to look better. You got it, right? So what I did is I came in holidays, right? My mom was here. I don't know where my dad was here also. Okay, yeah. My dad was here. For 20 days I came to Madurai on a holiday. That's like vacation. I took, because for 1 year I did not take any leave. That's why I accumulated leaves and took it totally and applied and came here. Then what happens? I started fasting. I came with a plan when I left Chennai. When I came to Madurai, I know that 20 days is my leave. I went Google and searched. Before coming to Madurai itself, I did all my homework. And I'm going to join Maverick Gym in Pandian Hotel in Madurai. Okay. So now my plan was to reduce weight. That's perfect. Now I did not study weight loss in depth, but what I went to thinking of a different logic. What I told myself is, if I don't eat food in a day, or end up having just green tea 3 cups in a day and 1 dosa, I went to the least way of, when you do math, right, you can give the least max, you can draw a least and max, in between you can draw different ranges, right? The same logic I used. I told myself I don't know how weight loss works completely, but I know that if I don't put food in the mouth and I run, something, weight loss should happen. You got it, right? That's the logic I used. So what I did is, I came to Madurai, I joined the Maverick Gym. I used to take my uncle Sanjay's car. He's in Manjanagar Street, okay? And I used to drive to the gym morning and evening. And morning and evening, I used to do treadmill for 1 hour minimum. Morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, and then other exercises, okay? In that, I did not, again, gym also, I was very new, okay? So I was not I did not have excellent understanding of gym. Like, when you do weight loss, right, in gym, you also need to do weight gain. Weight gain in the sense, you have to build muscles. Okay, right, you got it. Right? There are 2 things in the gym. One is for weight loss. You go to weight loss, that's fat burning. You go to fat burning, there is a treadmill, then there is elliptical. These are fat burners. your body has body fat percentage will burn. But if you want to grow your muscles, there is another, in the gym there is another section where you got to lift, for each muscle group uh, there is a certain exercise, or sorry, certain workout which you have to do, which will build your muscles in each. You got it right. Now this part I did not understand that time, so I focused more on fat loss, extremely on fat loss, and very few weight gain exercise I did. Very few. Okay, because my goal was to burn the fat down, right? I want to burn the fat down, but I did not know how fat burning works at that time. Not now. Now I know everything. To some extent, I know very good. That time I did not know. I did, what I did was fasting. I mean, sorry, not fasting. I know that if I fast, it will be too extreme. So I'll keep it like, I told myself that I'll have green tea regularly in a day. Whenever I feel like hungry, I'll have green tea. And I'll have just one dosa in a day. In one meal, one dosa, that's it. That's what I told my mom. That I'm into weight, I'm trying to lose weight. So in a day, just make me one, I need only one meal and one dosa is more than sufficient. That's what I told my mom, okay. So I came to Madurai. I did not eat for the entire day. Got it right. But I got green tea. No, so green tea is a dip. Hot water and the green tea package, you need to dip it. I don't add sugar, nothing. Okay, if you add sugar, that's a problem again. So anyways, I did the dip and I was drinking green tea for an entire day. Whenever I feel like I want to drink, I'll drink. That's how it works. Okay, very simple. Green tea has nothing to do with weight gain, especially in this phase what I'm talking. Now I did not know how weight loss works, but I used the logic that if I don't eat anything for the day, it will be too extreme. What about I just have green tea? Green tea is not going to do any disturbing thing to my body. I'll just have one meal and I have one dosa. I'll go to that extreme, is how I fix my mind. Without knowing any understanding of how weight loss works, nothing, I did not know anything. And I followed that. On top of that, what I did was, I go to gym in the morning, like 10:30, 11, I'll go to the gym. I'll take the car, I'll drive the car. My home to Vanjanakara Street is 10 minutes walk. My uncle Sanjay will be there. I took the key already. I told him, for 20 days I'm staying here. I'll put the petrol, everything. Tata Nano, he had a spare car. He has main car, a spare car is Tata Nano, okay. So he does not give his main car, right? He needs to use it. So I told I'll take the spare car. Spare car is actually for driver. Driver will go use it for shopping purpose. So I said, I'll take it, man. I told my uncle, I'll take it because I want to go to gym. So I used to put petrol and everything. I told, don't worry, I have salary, like I'll put petrol and I'll go to gym and park it here. So I started using this Tata Nano car. Morning 10:30, 11, I'll definitely go to the gym. 1 hour treadmill I'll do, and then I'll come back home, rest. Evening 7 o'clock I'll go. Again I'll do treadmill for 1 hour, and then few other exercises, very few exercises. There's certain warm-up exercise you have to do before, and I think at the end of the day, end of the gym session, you have to do some. They'll give you a chart, okay, with what all warm-up exercises you have to do, okay. So it's like stretching exercise, sorry, not warm-up, stretching exercise, okay. So that I'll do. And then they told me about some weightlifting also, to add a certain few weightlifting. That time I told, I'm staying only for 20 days. I'm going to focus more on weight loss. I'll do very little of muscle building workouts for muscle building, okay. I told the gym trainer, I told 20 days till I'm going to stay. I paid for 1 month actually. Because they didn't have 20-day package, they had 1 month package minimum. They told you can pay for 1 month and you can use for 20 days, and the rest we cannot do anything because we don't have a package for that. I said, fine, no problem. I'll pay for 1 month, and I started using the gym. Then what happens? So that 20 days, right? 20 days. In that 2 days we went to Kodaikanal. Me and my friends went to Kodaikanal just for 2 days. The rest of the 18 days I went to gym. So my mom, she's in the home, right? She is looking at me like I'm coming after several years to home, Madurai. She is like she's very shocked because I'm not eating for the entire day and eating only one meal. And that one meal, I'm very specifically telling to my mom, I didn't only one dosa. That's it. Because whenever I come home, I usually have 5 dosas, 6 dosas, 7 dosas, and then I have some veg pulao or something like that. Okay, that's usual, very usual. When I come home, I used to eat very nicely. When this time I came home, I told I'll have only one dosa. That too in the entire day, only one meal, one dosa. And I used to drink green tea. And I used to tell my mom, I'm going to gym and coming, I'm I'm going to reduce weight. I was telling about Shilpa Nandu and everything. It's about her family and their lower income family, everything. My mom was not comfortable with Shilpa Nandu's family and what I was telling to my mom, okay, because they were feeling extremely uncomfortable because lower income family is nothing but labor class family. Like we have business, their laborers come and work. It's like their daughter, you're dating their daughter. It's a labor class. Like exactly. That's why they did not like it. I mean, she will not talk about it at all. See, whenever I talk about Shilpananda, she won't respond or she won't give any ears to that at all, because when when she knows that she's from lower income family and then she didn't like her approach and everything. Anyway, so I used to reduce weight and everything. For 20 days, I did this. So I did not know what I was doing, and I did it. But I went by, like, in computer science, we use logic, right? I used that logic. I did not study weight loss. I did not study what is called fasting. I did not know what is intermittent fasting. I did not know anything about fasting. I did not know anything about how weight loss happens, but I just went by the very easiest way of thinking logically how a weight loss could happen is what I did that day, in the 20 days time. I told myself, I'm not going to eat for 24 entire day. Only one meal, one dosa, and then I'll do gym in the morning and the evening. That to treadmill for 1 hour, 1 hour. So that is, and I only told that I'll do this, and we'll see where it takes, because I know that I'm not giving only simple things I understood. I'm not giving food into my body. So you got it right. I'm not putting food, 3 meals food. I'm not putting it in my body, or 2 meals food, whatever meals, number of meals I'm eating. I'm not putting it into the body, um, and then I'm restricting myself by adding only one dosa in one day, one meal, and then I'm having only green tea entire day. So I told this is more than enough. This logic works for me. I went by logic, man. I went by computer logic, the way you think in computer science. Like that's how I actually worked out. Okay, but it shouldn't work. You should never use the computer logic in human, uh, your medical field. Okay, but I'm just telling you. But that was like very amateur way of thinking. But somehow I managed. It was not easy on that 20 days. I'll tell you for sure, because I did not understand when I was doing treadmill. Right, I used to get pain in my legs. So actually what I do not understand is the pain in your legs is because you need to rest in between. If you get a pain, you just need to get out and rest. Rest, the pain will relieve, and then you walk slowly. Then you go back treadmill. It's not that you need to do 1 hour of treadmill. It is because if you can do 1 hour of treadmill without pain, it's okay. If you have pain, you just stop it, get out, rest, and then do slow walking in the treadmill until, because your pain should not be there. Pain is not how it should work actually. So that means your muscles somewhere is stiff. Some pain is there, right? So slow walking without pain, and then you slowly, gradually increase, and then you increase the number of time. Number of minutes to how long you're going to see. You have to self-assess yourself. So that's what. So without doing that, I was like, okay, I set up one speed, okay, some very little speed really, 7 or 8 kilometers per 1 hour or something like that. And then I used to just fast walk, not jog also, fast walk. Jogging I could not do on the treadmill. I was just fast walking. I used to hold support and really fast walk because I know I'm very new to all this, so it's better to hold support. So that's what I was doing. For 20 days I did, and I did get pain in my legs. It was very uneasy for me, but I did not know how to handle it at that time. I didn't even talk to my gym, that coach, and these coach were there in the gym, right? I didn't even go and talk to them. I don't know, maybe they were just Tamil speaking people, right? So I was very hesitant to speak to all these people. Well, I did spoke when I joined, and well, I say hi, bye, that's all okay, but I don't want to have, but I cannot have a lot of long conversations with them because they speak Tamil, and for me, I can understand little, sometimes I cannot understand, or they may misunderstand me. That's also the other way around. So I keep it a little, very easy on these things and all. Okay, that for 20 days I did, right? So my mom was feeling very uncomfortable because I'm not eating for the entire day. I'm going gym morning and evening. So I don't know what happened to her. Okay, and then I was on top of it. I was talking about Shilpa Nandu. So this whole thing is happening. The whole thing is going on. So my uncle Sanjay, that time he was alive. So I used to take Tata Nana car and go to this Pandian Hotel, right? So this Pandian Hotel Maverick Gym that time. I don't know I don't know. My uncle Sanjay is quite. He has a lot of friends here, I guess. So I don't know. Some of his friends saw me in the Pandian Hotel, or somebody saw. And my mom said also a lot of relatives are there. They come to this gym in Pandian Hotel. So somebody saw me and they were speaking to my mom or something like that happens. Something happens. Okay. One day, my uncle and my mom were in going. They were at this Pandian Hotel somewhere near that Pandian Hotel road. So my mom calls me on cell phone. She told me to come to that place where her car is parked. So they were in Innova. I was in Nano. So I went. Parked the car, and my uncle told me to get into the car. So me, my mom, and my uncle were speaking. So I was telling about Shilpa and the thing, whole stuff. Right? I think my mom went and told my uncle. So then my uncle came to know that she's from lower income family, this, that, and everything. I told they won't allow this marriage and all. So you better forget Shilpanando and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm not even going to marry her. I'm like, you know what I'm talking. I'm the American guy. They did not know all this. I'm like, I'm just having a girlfriend. Like she's going to be my girlfriend. She's going to live in. I'm planning to take her for a live in. That's what I was telling. That time I don't know what they thought because I was too much for their understanding, I guess. I said like I'm going to take her for a live-in, but their thinking was my world of thinking is different. Their world of thinking is different. My world of thinking is I see her as a female. She's getting along with me. She's staged. Okay, I understand she's staged and everything, but I'm still okay to take her as a girlfriend. I mean, I'm ready to take her out for a live-in because whatever I saw in her family, even though she's coming from a lower income family, she had different problems she was dealing with inside the family. So I told I'm going to take her. I told my plan was to take her out for a live-in and try to see how I can fix her up slowly, one by one. We'll do it. Um, Not fix her up, like have discussions. I don't go and fix people. I'll have discussions with her. That's my goal. Okay. Now for my uncle and my mom, right? For them, they are in a different world. For them, my uncle's world is very different. What what he was saying is, he was thinking like upper class, middle class, lower class, right? So he's talking about she's from lower class. They will not allow for marriage. Society will not allow for marriage. Like that is his thinking on when I said this. Okay, I'm not even. I understand she's from lower class. I understand I'm from rich family. I understand that they won't allow this marriage. I understand everything what my uncle said. But my world is what they never knew. I was like, no, I'm not even going to marry her. I couldn't tell these people, right? I'm not going to marry her. I'm going to take her out for a live-in, and I'm going to make her to speak in English and live in with me. That's my goal. She's from lower income family. I'm not going to go and talk with her family itself because I cannot talk to all their family members or whoever they are. They're very low income people. They are low income family people. They don't have education, so it's not possible for me to go and talk to everybody. So that's why I want to take her out and go for a live-in, and then we'll see how it goes. That's my plan. And I wanted her to start speaking in English, which she did not listen at all. She never listened to me what I said. There's a reason why I told her to speak in English. She never spoke in English. That's a big problem. It's like you speak a certain language, you are stuck in a certain world actually. That's a problem as well. So that's what. So everybody are living in a different. It's a multipolar world situation here. Okay, my world is very different. My uncles understand the same. How do I put it? If the same, okay, an information that I say can be interpreted by people differently because everybody lives in different world. Their world gives them their interpretation, their version of interpretation. My world gives my world of interpretation. You got it right. So my uncle's generation, they grew up with this upper class, middle class, rich. Even now it's there, but I don't say no. So when my uncle told that she's from lower class and you're from rich, they will not allow this marriage to happen in the society. Is what how his direct conversation is on this subject of Shilpananda when I brought up the Shilpananda whole thing and all. Um, I was I was actually not even taking the conversation very seriously because I usually I don't take any conversation seriously happening in my family or society level because they are not into my level itself. They're all in their own world, so they'll say whatever they want. I'll leave it to them, like you say whatever you want. I mean, I'm not going to take anything seriously, whatever you're talking. So, because that's their world. Their world is what makes them to say those things, like, right? And Shilpananda's world also horrible world. Like I mean, her family and everything. She was from lower income family. Everything was fine, but her world was very very horrible. Like you cannot imagine. She did not go into the place of self analyzing. She never did a self-study of herself and her family. Instead, she lived with the narratives of what came out of her family. So whatever she was telling to me, right, it was a narratives. It's full of narratives. She never did a self-study, and she never knew how to separate a narrative and what is her version of it. Right? She did not know how to talk like that itself. Well, your family could say certain things. That is a narrative which comes out of family to you, but you are now going through path of education. So you should self-study, and you should know how to split the narratives. And their version of narrative is this. In this situation, my narrative or my version is understanding is this. Is how we should be able to say it, right? She's not able to say it, but she has the capacity, but she is not willing to put in that effort because I don't know. For her, they were. She was she was too much into their world. Well, I grew up in similar situation. Like, I mean, not the lower income, middle income. Same. Like, I, for them, it's a narrative-driven world. The parents are uneducated. They raised her. Lower income family, everything. In my side, we were having money. Everything is fine. But still, we don't have education. Like in our family, nobody has education, right? We still have to grow up. We just have access to money. So we go to school, we go to college. That's all. But I have to self-raise myself, right? I have to show some interest to pick up and learn things on my own. You got it right. I cannot give excuse like, okay, my dad is uneducated, my mom is like, she's also uneducated. So I should also, even though I get education, I don't have to take. I should fall. I should lean towards their way of thinking. You got it right. That's what Shilpananda was doing. She was into their world itself. She, her parents, her world, everything was same. She did not even know that she's holding an engineering degree. She has the capacity to come out of that world. She did not know that. Self, self-study, self-analyzing, self-development. It is you don't need anybody to tell you. I mean, you don't have to go to any place to learn about all this. You can sit down and learn. You can sit down and self-analyze yourself. You just need to know what your parents' narratives are. What is your situation in your family? What kind of family are you coming from? And what is the narratives which is coming out of your family? And how do you see yourself with those narratives and the family which you came from? How do you self-praise yourself? How do you come out of that situation? Got it right. You cannot blame your parents because they eventually had sex and you popped out of your mom's vagina. As simple as that. Science. So now with their lower income and their limited understanding, they're raised by whatever they know. That's all. Because until 18 years, they're supposed to hold you, right? And when you grow up, you do not know anything. Like it'll take time for you to grow up and come out. So once you start crossing this 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 11th, 12th grade, you should start realizing, well, if you come from a family where your mom and dad went to Harvard, Stanford, MIT, or IIT, whatever, IISc, whatever it is, then that's a different upbringing. That's a completely different upbringing. When you grow up in a family, irrespective of being a lower income, middle income, upper income, rich, but your family is uneducated, that's a different upbringing totally. Like, let's say, okay, in my case and her case are similar. Okay, she comes from an uneducated family, I come from an uneducated family, but we were rich, they were lower income. That's only two difference. Okay, now the point is how she was raised and how I was raised is difference. There's a difference in that. And then how did you self-raise yourself? She never self-raised herself. I self-raised myself because I had enough challenges in the family growing up. Because there will be a lot of things, and I come from rich family, right? Her side is lower income family. For me, I not really come from rich family. I came from joint family. Okay, joint family system. So I had too many people all to deal with all the time. I've never been alone in my life. Lot of people every time house, every time something is going on in my life. Somewhere something will be going on. There'll be suddenly wedding. I have to go for a wedding of my parents. Somebody's wedding. I don't even know who they are. My parents would know, obviously, but I'm just telling you, it's like a community-driven life, a society-driven life. So that's how I grew up. Okay. There's always people, and there'll be a lot of people coming to our home as guests also. It's like not just we go and attend some wedding, or I'll be going along with parents. A lot of people come for to visit our homes because we are living in a joint family system, right? So there'll be everybody's relatives taking turns and coming. to our home to visit, and they all know everybody. So they will talk with me. Everybody will come. They'll also say hi to me, and so something like that. Okay. So my life was very different. So I was it, always with people. Always, everybody. When I wake up to go to sleep, I had people every time, all the time. Go to school, there are people. Come back from school, my home full of cousins. Everybody are people. Like everybody is busy. Everybody is doing something, and I'm part of that. So it's a different life for me. So anyway, like yeah, the upbringing is different, right? So I told you she for her it's lower income, for me it's rich, but still we are both are coming from they for them it's uneducated, we are also uneducated background. Uh, Common thing is they follow a Hindu family culture, we also follow Hindu family culture, but there's a lot of differences, okay? And their accent is different, our accent is different. Their thinking is extremely limited, our thinking is much wider and broader. That's very obvious. Once you are in a rich family, like you have a lot of exposure. That's very obvious to say that. And there is a lot of things. Okay. Now in this, I raised myself in a different way. I self-raised myself in a different way. So I'm the only guy in the entire family who said I want to have a girlfriend from the age of 18, whereas everybody in the family who we all grew up right, they all went into path of education, got their college degree, masters, PhD, whatever they want to get, they got it from top universities in India, outside India, and they all got married and they got settled with kids. I'm the only guy from 18 years. I wanted to have a girlfriend, even though I went to an engineering college. I was for me because for me I never took the path of what other everybody would take. Like so, once you are 18 years old, right? You're entering into college. You finish your school, you're entering into college, right? 18 years and above, you're an adult by Indian law. But in country like India, it's a family-driven system. Everything is dominated by family. You are only living in a family. You don't live in a country. There's a difference between where you live. Everybody in India lives in a family. They never live in a country because families dictate and tell you what you have to do. Families show you how you should live life. You got it right. But what I did is, well, I also grew up in the same family alone. I mean, in the same family background. But I would be doing a lot of reading and getting to know a lot of things. So that's how I told myself, 18 years, I should start having a girlfriend. And I joined Mapcoach Link Engineering College. Actually, I was supposed to go to Chennai to join. I want to join in Chennai because my chances of getting a girlfriend is very much, at least very small percentage of chances of getting a girlfriend is only in Chennai in the state of Tamil Nadu. I cannot get anywhere else because they don't speak English at all. Other than Chennai, nowhere you will find a female who speaks English, who will never have a boyfriend, who will never have sex, who will never live in. She will never do that. So it's very difficult. So when I joined this college, right? So actually, I wanted to go to Chennai to study. On the day of counseling, I did select Chennai, a college in Chennai. My mom reversed it because my mom was on the phone and they told that, no, you're not going to Chennai. You're going to Mapcoach Link Engineering College because it's a good ranking college. This that okay, got it right. So they put me there. And my problem was not that Mapcoach Link Engineering College is academically good or bad college. It is ideally good. It's considered very good, academically very good college. Okay, that was not my problem. My problem was who are the people I'm going to stay for 4 years with. 4 years I have to spend my college days, right? Who are these people? Okay, forget about the guys. Let's say guys they can come from any part. I don't really care because I'm more on the female side. What is happening on the female side? Because I already know the females who come and study there will not speak in English. I already know that part. But there is no other option. I have to go and study there because my mom has told you have to go there. That's it. And I have to go and study there. That's it. No other. I don't. At that time, I'm in a remote control place where I cannot make decisions beyond what my mom finally decides in that stage. Okay, so I had to go to the college. There was no other way. Anyway, so even after going to that college, even after I saw all the females who did not speak English, who never wore a first world country outfits or a Western outfit, they were all wearing these at max the churidar or whatever. That's all they wear. Okay, I don't know what do you call it. Okay, that's just Google it, man. You'll see. So that's the kind of outfits they wear. Okay. So that is what was my problem. Okay, got it right. So what I'm trying to say. So I wanted to start having a girlfriend for my college days. So my idea is without even signing marriage papers, I wanted to have girlfriends. I want to live in. I want to start having sex. I want to start having babies from the age of 18 onwards. Like, so college first year, if I don't get a girlfriend, at least second year, third year, I should start getting a girlfriend. Like, my college junior becomes my girlfriend. That becomes much easier, right? I mean, it's possibilities of talking. If I join first year as college, and in my college, in my year, the females are not cooperating to be my girlfriend. We'll go by that, okay? Then I go to college second year. First year female, next there's a new batch coming in. Well, they could have become somewhere in that juniors could have become my girlfriend. Or I go to third year. At least in that case, I should have picked up one junior to be my girlfriend. But that also did not happen. But ideally, in third year, I started speaking to this female called Mala. I was dating her. Okay, dating in the sense we started just going out. I wanted to make her a girlfriend, but she definitely was not my standards of girlfriend. She never spoke English. She would speak in Tamil. I don't know if she speaks English either. Uh, so she would, yeah. I mean, I did go out to a cafe and all. Like, it's okay. That's all normal stuff. Okay, like very normal to go out. But I thought I will progress with her because I understand. I know only one thing. Okay, I'm in a place where females are not the kind of females I would ever see in this part of the world, right? If I live in the US, if I live in the UK, I know the kind of females I'm going to meet. That's a different story. In Tamil Nadu, I cannot expect a female who is matching the standards of females in the US or UK to over here. It's not possible. So now I need to have a girlfriend and develop her on that. Just show her into a lot of I mean, bring her to a lot of exposures and we have discussions on those subjects. Like, I was ready to get Mala fixed. Her name was Mala, right? I wanted her to fix her up real fast. First to speak in English, and then to wear first world country outfits. And then on top of it, how do we get along, right? So how comfortable are you with me and how comfortable I am with her is how I wanted to go. Like, you know what I'm talking, right? But at that time, even I was struggling because for me it's very difficult. I'm trying to talk to a female, and she, at least she starts speaking in English all the time. For me, it'll be much easier to get along. She's speaking in Tamil, then I have to. For me, Tamil is not my native language itself, so I have to cope up with whatever she's speaking, right? Whatever language, and so that itself the problem starts. Okay. Anyways, but that's what in college itself I want to start having girlfriend. If for example Mala was agreeing to get along, was cooperating to get along with me, I would have made her a girlfriend. I would have started fixing her, like fixing her in the sense. I would have told her about physique, her boobs, ass, body shape, and everything. I would have shown her scientific way of how do you fix this up, or how these females look like, how you look like, and how do you want to, how attractive do you want to look. So what it takes for you to be that attractive and fix things up, and how do you speak in English? How do you choose the first world country outfits, the kind of outfits you want to wear? How do you go out with me? How do you get along with me? How comfortable are you with me to get along with me? How comfortable are you with having conversations with me? So there are a lot of things to go and touch upon, okay? Because it's like everybody, these females, right, come from a different world, okay? I come from a different world. So there is a lot of things to first go through a certain phase until we fix things up. That's only when we can have a solid relationship. So that's where the problems. It's not like we are growing up in a country where everybody is on the same page. Nobody's on the same page. Everybody is sitting with a different book in India. That's where. So it really takes time to build a relationship, especially if you want to make this happen, right? So Mala was like, she backed off. She backed off. She told that this is infatuation. What you're talking or what you're doing with me is just infatuation. So I don't want you to call me again in your life, in my life, or you should never talk to me. You should never meet me again. Is what she told me. I said, fine, okay, no problem. And then I disconnected the call and left her. That's it. I never went and spoke to her after that. Even though we had one more year of college to go, I never met her. So that is how this whole thing is happening. That is how the whole thing is happening. Okay, you got it right. So this is not just one female called Mala. Okay, this is how every female in Tamil Nadu are, because their upbringing, their thought process is not it really is not what you think. The females, the way they are growing up, you cannot, like, I mean, the way they grow up will work if they end up having an they get into arranged marriage system. That is how all these females grow up in Tamil Nadu, okay? Not only Tamil Nadu, South India completely. Every female will grow up to end up into an arranged marriage system because that is the culture of this South India. So they follow that culture and they fall into it. I mean, the arranged marriage system is only for the uneducated people. They brought it. For them, it was meant for those people. Then this educated population in India, especially in South India, they turned this into a viral. They went viral with this arranged marriage system, which should not have happened. See, when you are entering the path of education, especially, Mala was doing engineering, I was doing engineering. Engineering is very complex subject, okay, very, very complex. You can even you can go talk to anybody who's done engineering. It's extremely complex subject, okay. Every semester, every subject is very complex to study, okay. What I'm talking is very easiest of concepts, legally backed, correct, very easy to understand. But these females are not willing to get into that path because for them they are saying that we are studying engineering just to get a job, get a salary, but beyond that we are just following whatever our family says. I mean, what our family culture, how our family culture works is what we do. And I'm like, you're wasting your time because your family culture is not talking some very amazing things. Your family culture is putting you in a place where you are not you are not questioned, or sorry, you are not questioning, or you're not thinking about it. You're not giving a thought about itself. You're just focusing on just education to earn money, ROI, and then you're just following the family culture. Well, you never went into the place of questioning the family culture itself. The problem is very big, very, very big. Okay, see, a person who does not have education can follow the family culture because his understanding is limited. A female who is doing engineering degree, in this case Mala, right? If she is also going to follow this family culture or whatever culture, it's just not the culture of family which is she's influenced by. It could also be the culture of other things which she's getting influenced, and she's entering into their world, but she is not able to give herself some time to question a lot of things and see how she can create her own world. Got it right. So, um, yeah, I mean, this is what is happening. In Shilpanandu case and Mala case, similarity. It's very much similar. Shilpanandu's case, I spent more time with her. She ended up giving me a blow job and everything. We went to resort. We didn't have sex, but she was giving blow job. Like she was sucking my dick. She was kissing me all over my body, and yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, but she did not allow me to suck her boobs for more than 60 seconds. But she was sucking my dick for more than 1 hour. Like 60 minutes, she would have sucked my dick like a lollipop. She just put my mouth in my dick. That's it. Anyway, so that is, and that is how this females are, because for them they're talking about, they're going back to that family culture stuff. I don't know why. When you have engineering degree, you should be able to live an amazing life on your own. Like, I mean, you can live any life literally. You can live a life where you can earn quite. See, when you do this engineering and all, right? In my case, look at me. I can build several billion-dollar companies and have that life, or I skip the billion-dollar company building up because I want to take scientific approach, because I want to, before I die, I want to learn everything scientifically. What all is there in this world? I want to know everything, scientific understanding of every single thing. So that is more rewarding for me. And it's going to be time consuming because I'm not going to pick up every degree and go and do every degree. I'm not going to do that. Based on real world situations, what all I'm hitting, I'm just going to go back and study. That's it. That itself, the entire life you will be doing it. And I'm telling you, you can go to the place of living a life in self-sustenance mode itself. Like, see, this and all is like, once you do engineering and all, right, you can have yourself free to go and think a lot of things, because your thinking will, initially it may not be backed by study or science. Your thought process, if you take it up seriously to go on, let's say you're thinking about certain things, okay, if you want to give this a serious thought, you will definitely go back to drawing board, picking up books, learning a lot of things, and see how this works, and you'll start working on it, right? So there are two things you can. There are a couple of paths to take. Okay, one is people. I wanted to build a $1 billion company and everything. That's fine, but for me today, scientific understanding is more fascinating today. I'm questioning every single thing in my life today. I want a scientific answer. Anything and everything, and that is extremely fascinating because everything I'm questioning is coming from a different study. For example, this is coming from an engineering study. When I cough, that subject is coming from medical study. You got it right. Anything and everything is coming out of certain study. So then, when I go and do that study, it's amazing to know a lot of things. So yeah, building a $1 billion company and all is okay. It's not that difficult. I'll be telling you very honestly, because once you know what you're doing and you are good at doing your homework and everything, from there you just need to work one by one. That's it. It's not that difficult. But I'll tell you, there is a lot of things behind it. Okay, I'm just talking like a layman. Okay, very layman. If you want me to talk a lot of things about building a $1 billion company, I would definitely talk a lot of things. Very, very things which people never spoke. I can talk about things which people have never spoken about building a $1 billion company. And that would go back to science. It's all scientific way of understanding. So, yup, I'm like done, man. So that's what Mala was this case. South Indian females, I don't know about North Indian females, man. Like I've never dated a North Indian female. Okay, so I don't know much. Okay, so these females in South India are like this because now in Mala case, right? I'll tell you, she she could have very well, if she wanted to, she could have become my girlfriend very easily. It's not that difficult at all. It's just that she's not communicating. She is making her own assumptions about everything. It is not just Mala. Every female does the same thing in India. They will make an own assumption of whatever you think. And I say this is pseudoscience. You're making an assumption is a pseudoscience. You don't have a backing to how you made that assumption. Like, do you have a backing to say your assumption is right? Do you have a do you have something in legal side? Do you have something from science side? Do you have something to say what you're talking is valid, right? There's nothing. So that's a big problem. I've, I've, like, I can tell you that I can live a very good life in India without going first to a first world country itself. It's possible, especially for me with engineering degree and like working in tech companies, big tech companies. It's possible to have that life, very good life. I want to live a countryside life because I'll tell you the reason why I would prefer a countryside life rather than urban life. Urban life is full of legal things going on, right? See, I've never filed a case in the court. If I start filing cases, I have 75,000 cases to file, okay? First of all, I'll tell you that. I have 75,000. This is not just Shilpa another stage relationship case and Wali case. I have 75,000 cases to file in the Supreme Court of India. If I start filing cases today or tomorrow, I get into that mode, I start filing cases. I'll end up filing every day one case, minimum. My entire life, every single day, I'll file one case. Nothing. I'll file cases on whatever I see, whatever I read. Based on that, I'll go and whatever I'm experiencing, I'll just start filing everything as a case. And this is what I was doing in the tech company. I won awards. I won rewards. People harassed me. People abused me because they were not able to get a hang of me. So when they're not able to understand what kind of person I am or what am I doing itself, like, for them it's very difficult to know for them, because when somebody's capacity is at a certain point, it stops, right? It's thinking in that company, and then he sees somebody else who is just going on and on and on. Like in my case, I'm going on and on and on. I'm winning awards and rewards in a silent way that nobody knows anything. And somewhere somebody leaks a rumor and they try to validate and go and find out is it true or not true. This is what was going on the tech when I was working in this tech industry. So they will go and find out, somebody will spread some rumor. So it is something like that, okay. So they will start abusing, harassing, because why they abuse and harass? Okay, I'll tell you this. These people who come to work, right, in the tech industry, they work not for just the job they do, they work for their salary and their EMIs to pay. That is the most important thing. It's not the job. Okay, for me, I don't work for awards, I don't work for rewards, I don't work for salary. In the sense, I don't give importance to uh, a salary as a factor. Once I decide I'm going to start working, whatever salary I get, I'll be getting it, right. That's to that point only I keep it. And if I get award also, I don't work for to get, I never work to get an award, I never work to get a reward. The reason is, uh, I I am trying to work to get as much of exposure as possible in a very fastest way. So that is the level of working I do. So I get my exposure real fast. What people take 10 years to get that exposure, I'll try to get it in 1 year. Provided I'm continuously working on that, right? And you put, so here people come in tech industry, they work in a very relaxed way. They don't work like the way I'm working, okay? They work in a very relaxed way in the sense, they'll do only based on their work, how much it requires. What I do is different. There'll be, say, excuse me. So let's say me and one guy, okay, let's say me and Joe, I'll pick some guy, who's the guy? Some guy, okay, some guy, me and another guy is there in the office, the company, okay. We both are trying to do the same work, like similar kind of work. That work requires only, let's say, 2 levels of understanding to get that work done, that's it. Okay, so that person will do only 2 level of understanding, level 1, level 2, and then he will put that into understanding, he'll finish the work and get out. What I'll do is, I will not do 2 level of understanding, I'll go into 25 levels of understanding, and then I'll come to the top 2. I mean, into the place of level 1, the 2 levels which are required, because I want to learn in depth fully, and then I get here, then I'll have an excellent understanding of everything. And that, the way I worked is like this. What people would take just to work is requires only 2 level of understanding. For me, I will go to 25, 30 levels to minimum. I'll spend that much level of, I'll put into that much level of understanding, even though it requires only 2 level of understanding. I would go to the extent of getting to 30 levels of understanding, 30 levels of understanding, the depth of understanding. Okay, so that is how I was able to work on a lot of things. Okay, and that when I worked, I definitely got awards, rewards. I won't say no, but I never told about my awards and rewards to anybody. Now, in Shilpa on this stage, I mean Shilpa on this case, right? She has a different world, which I'm. In here, me and Shilpa Anand differ. When she gets an award, she'll put it out on social media, everything, take a photo and everything, she'll put it. I get an award, nobody knows I got an award itself. Nobody knows I got an award in the entire company. Because management sends me an email, I will never go and share to anybody that information. And I'll be living like, I'll just continue my day, continue my life in the office just the way how everybody's working, that's it. And someday, when they come to know I won an award, everybody will stop talking to me. The reason why they will stop talking to me is because they thought I was one among them. Everybody thinks I'm one among them. So I go and talk to the people going out, hanging out, lunch, dinner, something like that. Now we are all hanging out together. So I was one among them. So they were thought, okay, this guy's one among us. So we'll take him in our circles and let him hang out with us. Now, I got an award, let's say I got an award. Me and Shilpa Anand will differentiate here. Shilpa Anand gets an award, she puts it on social media, and she gets recognition. A lot of people come and congratulate her, give her the blow up image. Got it right. My side, I never tell anything. Completely blank. So I'm still the one among that guy, among everybody. I'm one among that person with everybody. How they used to talk to me, they just continue talking with me. And the day, there could be some day where they'll get to know that I won an award, and I never told to anybody, then they will be like, they'll go into very reserved mode, they'll never speak with me at all. Do you know why? It's not because I'm no more one among them. It's because that they also want to go and win awards and rewards and then come and become my friends and talk to me. So it's something like that. So they have that. It is there in tech companies. Okay, when somebody in the team wins an award, and other people will stop talking, and they'll stop talking for a couple of months. Actually, they'll go into very silent mode. Everybody, because in tech company everything is data. Okay, anything, every work is captured as data in tech company. So there is nothing like you throw the money and you get an award. Nothing, no business like that. It never happens in all these big tech companies I'm talking, right? You can never throw money and get an award in tech companies. These billion-dollar, million-dollar companies, right? Because every single thing in tech companies is full of data. They have data for everything what you're doing inside the company. Your work to your timings, anything inside your work itself, there is a split of data going on. So there is enormous amount of data, full of data. Like that's how they build a company itself. They want to make sure they recognize the person who does excellent work. That's how they build a company. They build a company by first building these metrics of how you recognize people who do excellent work. They have enormous amount of data to look up to give an award before they give an award itself. So they know this. The people who work with me in the tech company, they know this factor. And what happens in that case is, say, and I have a habit of not telling anybody. Okay, I never tell anybody. Sometimes my immediate manager will not know it because his top management would have sent me a direct email to me about the award or reward which I'm getting. And this manager is not even in the picture. So my manager would not know, my lead will not know, my teammates will not know, nobody in the office will know. And this has happened actually. This has happened to me in a couple of companies I worked because, and I don't have the habit of going and telling me anybody that I'm getting award. I don't even tell my parents anything. So people usually have the habit of whom to tell, whom not to tell, right? So there'll be people like, I don't want to share too much about my awards, rewards in my office, but I call up my parents and speak to. I never tell anybody. The company knows it, I know it, that's it. The company, the top management, the company knows it, I know it, that's all. I keep it that way. And in the future, somewhere somebody finds out, right? And it spreads like kind of rumor somewhere, and they go and find out, and eventually turns out to be true, everybody will stop talking to me. Whoever spoke to me like a normal person to me, right? Thinking that, you know how they feel very friendly to talk to me, they feel very comfortable talking to me, right? They all will stop talking to me. The reason is this has happened, okay? It's all happened, very, very true, I'm telling. The reason why they stopped talking to me is because it's not because I won an award and they did not win. It's because they did not win. They also want to go win an award, and then they want to come and talk to me someday. It's because their egos are clashing. Because you know what I'm trying to say, right? They're getting certain things. For them it's like they feel like I don't deserve to go and talk to me. I feel like that. So it'll happen. Some people go through all these things, and because people want to get awards, rewards, and when they don't get it, and when they thought a guy who will never get an award reward gets it, because I'm looking like a normal guy in the company, right? I'm working like a fucking casual guy. Nobody knows what I'm doing in the company. I mean, like in the office space, right? Nobody knows anything. So nobody knows what I'm doing, where I'm going, nothing. Nobody knows anything. So, yeah. And when I won awards, rewards, and all, right? In one company, what happened? This thing happened. Okay, so these people never knew I won an award. Like after few weeks, some rumor spreads in some other team that this guy I won an award. These people thought, okay, I'm joking. Like they thought I'm joking because I thought, for them, they thought I'm like one among them. Got it right? And they did not believe anything. When this rumor spread, they said, no, this is just rumor. He never won an award. We know he's one among us. We are all hanging out together. We know about him. So no. And they go and find out after like say 1.5 months. To go and find it out. They try to go into every source in the company to find, did I win? Like where all you need to knock the doors to find. They go at that level of finding out, and they find out and confirm it. They all stop talking to me, most of them, and then they not only stopped talking to me, they told that you're like a lead, like you're like a role model for us, so we cannot. It's like we cannot talk to you anymore. We cannot hang out with you the way we used to hang out with you. It's how they separate out. They separated me out completely. Not only that, there are a lot of things which happened. Okay, so somebody went to top management and told that make him manager. So somebody who came now, right, in my team, he went and spoke on behalf of me. Like I didn't even tell him anything. Don't do. I never told anything to do anything. Okay, he goes into some top management room for having a discussion, just like that, and he's gone and told about me that this guy has won award and everything that we did not even know. Can you make him the manager for the team? They gone to that extent. These people went into that extent. I'm like crazy, dude. Like leave everybody alone, man. Like so, they do all kinds of crazy things. Why I don't like to share these awards, rewards, or anything is because I. But usually people share. I know that in companies it happens. I usually avoid it. I don't know why. I never had interest of. Like I said, I never worked for an award in the first place itself. I never worked to get a reward in my first place. I never worked for it itself. When I don't work for it and when I get it, I don't see like something which I should talk about it, right? When you work for an award, when you work for a reward, and that turns into a positive result, then you will be extremely happy to talk about getting that award and getting a reward. When you never work for that award, you never worked for an award, getting an award, you never worked to get a reward in your life, but you end up getting an award and rewards, and that is like, wow. I'm like, okay, so companies from company they are benefited. So that how I perceive is very simple. So the company has founded, they have benefited. I'm happy as long as they are happy. Like I'm happy. I made them happy. They are happy. I'm like, okay, I'm cool, man. Even if I get award, I don't get award. I'm like, it's a normal for me. Okay, it doesn't make big difference to me at all. So for them it could have been a for the company since they collect a lot of data, right? For them, when they see somebody who has done extremely well and they're giving awards and rewards to that extent, they've gone to that extent. For them, it could be like a recognition. For them, it's like this guy is really amazing. So, you know what I'm talking about. For me, it's like I never worked for an award, so why would I why would I take this very seriously itself? I don't even take that as a subject. I mean, I don't deny the award or reward given to me. I'm like, okay, cool, and I keep moving. That's it. So that's it. I have no idea. So me and Shilpa Anandu were different in this way. So I was talking yesterday about how different me and Shilpa Anandu are, where we are similar and where we are different. So for her, she gets an award, she'll put up on the social media because she puts on social. She comes from the world of good and bad. Okay, so good means she needs to accumulate a lot of good. She comes from Hindu family, right? Yeah, she comes from Hindu family. For even I also come from Hindu family, but I really study what Hindu people are doing, rather than practice what Hindu people practice. You know, right? I'm more a person of research or study. I'm not a person who puts into practice immediately. Like without studying, I don't put into practice anything. So for her to go and win an award and put that as a photo in social media, is a positive. It's a plus point for her. Two, uh, I don't know. For her, that's a positive thing. According to her, that's called good. She defines what is good and what is bad. And this is how most of the females in India do it. They define good and bad, and they fit things accordingly. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what it is. Do you know what I'm trying to say, right? When you never work for an award, you never work for rewards, and you get award, you get reward. What difference would it make for you? When you never worked for it, and you're given award for, of course they have recognized us. Their side they have recognized, they have data, everything, they've done it. Okay. When you never worked for getting an award itself in life, you never worked for an award, you never worked for rewards, you never worked for that. Some people might work for that. Some people, I never worked for it at all, and I'm given an award. I'm like, okay, thanks. I just send an email for a reply email just to say formally, okay, thanks for recognizing me. I'm very happy to receive this award. That's all I write by email, and after that I never get into anything beyond that. Okay. Yeah, cool, man. So this Mala and all these females in India are all like, right, they're not even, they, they are not willing to come out of their way of their world of thoughts, the world of life they've created into my world. For me, from 18 years onwards, right, I just wanted to have a girlfriend because I want to get started with my life. Girlfriend, I should fix her up. What all I need to fix her up? I need to fix her up real fast. Like how well she's cooperating with me, how we go get along and do it, and then we need to start living in, and then we need to start having sex. We need to start having babies without signing marriage papers. Of course, we understand the legal things. We study the legal part. We could keep moving and we could keep doing. We can do everything. It's possible to do it. But the females did not cooperate. They went into a path. They had a very template-driven path or life to live. So all these females who studied engineering, right? They come into these tech companies. Their only goal is to go to the US and live there. They are working only for that. They don't do anything else. So they won't even have a boyfriend. Even if they have boyfriend, right? That's not even a boyfriend. Like, you know what I'm talking, right? For them, they have to keep working to go to the US. Until that, they will never stop. I mean, they will never do anything in life. I've seen all these females. It's very difficult. That's what I said, right? When you're born in a third world country and you're studying engineering, and these females have already made up their minds. I'm saying India is third world country, right? They don't say it, but they work towards something which they to exit India. That's what they're doing. All these females, they don't say it. They just keep on relentlessly working. Relentlessly, they keep working, working, working until they leave India to first world country. And every female wants to go and live in the US who do engineering. They keep on working relentlessly. You cannot imagine. They won't even get into having sex. They would never masturbate. They would never have what is called a female. She will never be a female itself. She'll never turn horny. She'll never smooch. She'll never have sex. She'll never live in. She'll never do anything. Relentlessly working, day in, day out, working, working, working until she gets a H1B stamped and flies into the US. That is her only goal because she says that her thinking, the females thinking who do engineering in India, right? Their thinking is only one thing. I'm born in a third world country. I don't want the baby which is coming out of my vagina to be born in this third world country. That baby which is coming out of vagina should be born in a first world country. Is the only thought, is the only goal of every female who is joining engineering degree. In the time when I studied engineering, right, this is exactly the trend. Every female is continuously focused on only one thing. Every female who's doing engineering are all focused on only one thing. Work, study, work, get into top companies, get into companies where you have H1B access. They do the homework of which company you need to join. So they'll get the chance of getting H1B and where there's more H1B coming out from. And then they'll study which is more demanding and more difficult because if that is a chance of getting H1B, they will go and study that. They'll go to that extent, these females whom I'm talking, right? Whatever path, it doesn't matter how difficult and all it is, whatever path it takes to get a H1B and go to the US, they will do it. It is no questions in between. You cannot imagine. They will do it. They will go and they will go to they'll get a H1B, get into the US, and only then they will have a boyfriend, have sex. Oh, sorry, even they won't have boyfriend. They'll straight away get married and have sex, have baby. That baby has to be born in the US. That baby has to be born in the US to become an American citizen. They will do this. It is like you cannot believe it actually. I've seen all these females. the kind of females I've seen in life is they will, for them, I say India is third world country. I will keep telling India is third world country from my birth to death. Okay, I have nothing against that. I don't have anything to. I'm not saying anything wrong. First of all, okay. So, well, these females are, you- and you know what I'm trying to say, right? I cannot have a girlfriend who is from a arts degree background. I need to have a girlfriend who's from engineering degree background or medical degree background. Engineering, technology, medical, those backgrounds. Do I also want to go and live in the US? Of course, yes. But you know, I can tell you a lot of things. Okay, what's going on? See, I have I've given a lot of thought. I've done a lot of study. Okay, this whole thing about going to a first world country and all these things, I've given a lot of thought. I told myself, my study, the way I've done my study, right? What it says is, if you are taking the path of scientific understanding and scientific way of thinking and living, you don't have to go to first world country. You need to go to countryside life. Because why I have to go to countryside and not urban life? In urban life, if I am focusing on scientific way of understanding and thinking, I have subject of legal to handle in urban life. If I go to countryside life, the subject of legal is extreme minimal. Here nothing. I see a hell lot of problems going on in the urban life. I can file any number of cases, but I'm not doing it. Like actually, I like to file cases, but I thought like, okay, I'm going to take scientific path, so I don't want to get into courts. I don't have any problem. I can file cases every day. Every single day I can file one case minimum. Minimum. I can file. Very easy. Very easy to file for me. Instead, I will go and live in a countryside life where there is no much human population, and I'll work towards a self-sustenance life, right? To grow my own food and eat. That will be very good. To build a $1 billion company from the countryside is possible. So you, like to build a $1 billion company, you can sit in any part of the world and build it. Okay, as long as you have internet, especially in tech, you have internet, you have access to internet, you can sit anywhere and build a $1 billion company. That and all is not at all a big deal. No big deal at all. It's very easy. The companies which you require factories or manufacturing is where you need a different setup, right? So otherwise, it's a different tech and all. You can sit anywhere and work, man. You can build it from anywhere because that is how the tech has evolved. Anyways, I want a girlfriend so I can start having sex. I need to have a girlfriend who has boobs, who has ass, beautiful ass, beautiful body shape. So I can suck her boobs, kiss her ass, and start fucking her. You got it right. What? Have you got it or not? So this is what I'm trying to say. Got it? Okay, I'm gonna shut down this live. I wanted to connect OBS today. I'll do it sometime later. Okay, I'm going to disconnect this. I'm going to end this